Okay, what's popping, my people? So today, in order to continue our class from where we left it, we'll start with God's call of Abraham. So I'm going to give a full narration of God's call of Abraham. So the story of God's call of Abraham is an important event in the Bible because it marks the beginning of God's covenant relationship with Abraham and his descendants. So now moving on to the narration of God's call of Abraham. So the story begins in Genesis 12 verse 1 to 3, where God calls Abraham, which was then known as Abram, to leave his homeland and family. Because according to that scripture, it said that God said to him, the Lord had said to Abram, leave your country, your people, and your father's household, and go to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you, I will curse. And all peoples on earth will be blessed through you. Now, Abraham was 75 years old at the time, so he responded to God's call by obeying him. He took his wife Sarah, then known as Sarai, his nephew Lot, and all their possessions, and set out for the land of Canaan. So, if you look at Genesis 12, verse 4, it says that Abraham went as the Lord had told him. So, as Abraham traveled through the land, God appeared to him and promised to give him the land of Canaan as an inheritance. And this can be found in the book of Genesis 12, verse 7. Now, Abraham's response to God's call demonstrates his faith and obedience despite the uncertainty and challenges that lay ahead, because he trusted God's promise and followed him. If you look at the book of Hebrew, let's look at the book of Hebrew, for example, Hebrew 11 verse 8. There it says that by faith, Abraham, when called to go to a place he would later receive as an inheritance, he obeyed and went, even though he did not know where he was going. So, what is the significance of this call? The significance of the call was that God's call of Abraham marked the beginning of a special relationship between God and Abraham's descendants, because through Abraham's lineage, God would establish a people who would be a blessing to the nation, and ultimately, through Jesus Christ, bring salvation to the world. So, Abraham's call also demonstrates God's sovereign initiative in choosing a people for himself and his willingness to walk through ordinary people to achieve his purposes. And also, the story of Abraham serves as a model for faith and obedience, encouraging believers to trust God's promises and follow Him even when the path ahead is uncertain. Now, the major significance of this call was the covenant initiated by God as a relationship with Abraham, and also the faith and obedience demonstrated by Abraham, and Abraham as an example of faith in God. So I think we are done for today. I'll see you guys in the next class, which is the call of Moses. Thank you very much.